Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到 Area 02的潮流值日生，我是大芝，嗨。那我们今天找到了一个非常大的来宾，就是我们的新台湾人 Artino， 耶！
Ni hao wushu, William Artino. I'm the newest member of the Chinese Taipei basketball team, and I'm really excited to be here. So thank you for having me.
耶！欢迎！
Well, Taiwan was the initial, my initial break into Asia in 2018. With the Dreamers, obviously. The coach knew my agent, and they needed a center, and I was available, and I really didn't know much about it. And I signed a deal and came here like 3 days after.
3 days after?
Yeah, like right away.
Wow.
It was like mid-September, and so it was just, and then ever since I've been in Taiwan, from like that first day there, everybody here is very welcoming, and it just felt like home to me at the time. And like playing in so many different countries every year and traveling all the time, you kind of just go through the motions, and you like are waiting to go back to America pretty much. Like you go somewhere, you would play for 9 months and you count down the days. But like when I got to Taiwan, I never felt that way.
That's good.
And then my wife was able to move out in January, and we just kind of felt comfortable here the whole entire time. So yeah, the summer of 2020, we kind of started about it, and it really, I think, got rolling the winter of 2020, and pretty much from then on, it's just been like very stressful, I guess. Because it's tough being in this situation that you don't have any control over, and a lot of people that were trying to get it pushed and finished didn't have a lot of control over, and so we're very appreciative of everyone that took their time to help us. It's always amazing to have an opportunity to represent your country, but only so many people in the U.S. get that chance. And so to get the chance in the country that, to me, like we've already talked about, feels like home, is like just as big as a opportunity or something I take serious in the same sense as if I were to be representing the USA, because they both are home to me. I mean, just do whatever I can to help the team win. I mean, a lot of my game is inside and out. Like we talked about, some passing, just versatility is something that I like to kind of hang my hat on. I'm listed as a center, but I don't necessarily feel like I play like a true center. I kind of just throughout all my years, I figured out what works for me. And so kind of starting just some shots, inside, outside, passing, running the court, kind of just everything. I try and just take a little bit of everything and just mix it all, and then somehow I just be center. Growing up, I watched a lot of Lamar Odom. He was kind of the first, like,
it's very small.
He was like the first 6'9", 6'10", like
point
forward type of player, really.
Yes.
So just like players that are point forwards, kind of. But I kind of like to call myself a point center. Just slide it down a little bit. I can bring up the court, but I'm a center, so it's just I play a lot more in the post than a lot of the point forwards did before. And then the benefits of being left-handed is I just think guys are used to guarding right-handed players. So like even though you're left-handed, they know you're left-handed, it's like instincts to close out to somebody's right hand.
Yeah.
So like to start the game, they'll probably guard your left hand, but then eventually it just will be like a little brain slip, and they'll forget because it's natural to like protect the right side.
Yeah.
So it gives the left-handers, I think, that kind of advantage. Enjoy it. If you enjoy it, you want to put the work in as hard and just continue to go and grow. And there's more and more players from Taiwan, I think, are going to the States to go to college now. You can try. There's just a lot more opportunities, so it's possible if you work hard and believe in yourself. And like someone like me, I'm making my dreams come true at 29. Like, did I think it was going to take this long to get to the point where I wanted to be? Not when I was 12, no, but like I believed in myself that one day I was going to get to where I wanted to be no matter what. And so it took a little longer, but now that I'm here, it's like I can enjoy it and just ride it.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned about that.
I mean, I just always trying to lean on like what benefits me in that game. Yeah, so if he's
if
he's a slower player, then I use my speed.
Yeah.
If he's a weaker player, then I go inside and use my strength. So it's just, I think it's a game-by-game basis that it is something that, it'll be by game, and how the scouting report is, what coaches think my strength in that game will be. And so that's kind of why I've tried to have a wide variety of wide arsenal that I can dig into to use in games on offense. So whether it's that game is maybe shooting more threes instead of going away from inside, but maybe then the next game will be more inside.
Inside. Yeah, when they know you have you got defense outside. Okay, that's good.
I mean, basketball everywhere is kind of a little different. Just the way, like, different styles. Obviously, there's coaches from different regions, and so, like, in Europe, it's a lot more like system oriented. So it's like pass the ball around, make sure you're running the system perfectly. Asia, it's more like isolation with like driving kicks, pass to the shooters, and like you run a set and then you go into like a pick and roll. South America, it was just really wild. Yeah, it's really wild.
Always under you, right?
Yeah, just very physical, like just kind of out of control. But it was everywhere I've gone, I've been able to pick up different things and learn a little bit. And like each place has made me a better player and all grown me into kind of like who I am now as a player.
So what do you expect for the next 4 or 5 years, and even when the day when you are retired? I think it's a bit too early, but I just wanted to know how do you feel and how do you feel for the coming few years?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really excited. Kind of like we talked about how it's been such a long process to get here, and it's like I've been looking forward to this day for so long.
Yes,
that like I finally feel like I can just enjoy the moment. So like every time we go out to play or whatever, it's just gonna be like something I can just live in the moment and enjoy it, and not have to be like, oh, I wish I was here, I wish I was there, because I'm where I want to be. I don't know exactly where I see myself afterwards, because for once I feel like I can finally just enjoy the process and everything that I've worked for.
Yes.
And having like one of my biggest dreams come true, to like be able to live it out, is something that like that's what I'm most looking forward to. And however long the ride is, I'll ride it.
I know that now Taiwanese people have lots of the perspective for you, and do you feel pressure? And if that's the pressure, how to transfer that pressure for you?
I don't necessarily know if it's like pressure. I know the expectations are high, and my expectations for myself are always high, but I have them for myself as well. So I think everyone's on the same page, and I mean, I'm just gonna go out and try and play my best. And every time I do that, at the end of the day, I guess I can live with the results, because I knew I prepared as hard as I can on and off the court. Kobe Bryant had a saying about it that said, he never felt pressure or nervous because of all the work he put in beforehand. And he said, if I felt nervous before a game, then I knew I didn't put enough work before the game.
Oh, that's true.
And so that's, ever since I've read and saw that quote, it's kind of been something that I lived by, because you prepare before the game, you can't prepare during the game.
Yes.
So,
yes, that's true.
So everything I do now is in preparation for the future.
Yes, so you prepare well for the game, and then we will overcome the game.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, just
no pressure.
right. Obviously, to win. Like,
sure, that's true.
As a basketball player and a competitor, you want to win every game. So I mean, I'll go out and compete and play as hard as I can, control whatever I can control, and hopefully we like the results at the end of the game. I'll just play as hard as I can every game, for sure. It's something that I take very serious, representing the country, and it's a great honor for me. So. I'm looking forward to playing with pride for Taiwan, and
that's good.
Just giving my all every time I'm on the court.
So, during this process, did you have any special thanks to?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that helped us out, and so I'd like to give a special thank you to the Department of Education, the Sports Department, the Ministry of the Interior, the Dreamers Chairman, Mr. Chang, the Vice President of Legislator, Mr. Kai, the Deputy Minister of the Ministry of the Interior, Mr. Chen, the legislators, Mr. Chuang and Ms. Wan, and the legal counsel, Mr. Shi. And of course, a special thank you to Tim and the whole entire Chinese Taipei Basketball Association. Without all their hard work, obviously, then we wouldn't have been able to get this done. And so I'm just very thankful for the whole entire organization.
Yo, so many people that help this process out. So.
Yeah, that's why I've mentioned like there was so much work to do. I think it was more work than I even understood at the time, and I'm still kind of learning everything about how much work was put in. So I'm just grateful for all those people that took the time to make sure this happened and got it done relatively quickly compared to how long the process could have taken.
Yeah, thank you Artino. And 我们很开心今天能够邀请到 Area 02的潮流值日生 Artino 来到我们现场，我们也很期待他接下来的表现。我们球场见，
谢谢 ，See you all soon，
拜拜。那我们也很期待，也很希望他在未来在球场上的表现。我们非常的。
So close.
So close.
Thank you.
You almost got there.
Almost.
You almost got there.